Okay, I don't know whether you can see me or what this looks like. I might look sweaty and dishevelled. There is no people here. This is a place of no people. So I forgot about the microphone being the other side. I'm trying to put a tree behind me. Yeah, so here we go. I'm on the top of this hill. No, I'm not on the top. I'm 2/3 of the way from the exposed bit from the top of the forest. And here I can get an internet signal. I think I'm up here to test that to see if it will work for these, not the English Zoom meetings, because they're at 1:30 a.m. here, Indian time, 2 a.m. and internet works fine in the early hours of the morning because most of India is asleep at that time. But at 6 p.m. Indian time, most of the 1.4 billion people or whatever it is that live here are actually on the internet. So I think to anticipate a live Zoom call is a bit optimistic. However, up here I can actually, in daylight, if you look very hard, you can see the masts on top of hills of the providers from cities quite far away, because this is very high. And I think up here will be a good signal for such a thing. So I'm going to upload this video now to test that theory. And I hope it's not going to take 3 hours to upload, because I haven't brought anything really with me. Not that I have anything to bring, but I feel happier when I have my bowl and my sangati. It's very comforting. When you only have 8 things, it's good to keep those with you, which is why it's a good rule you shouldn't be without them overnight. Although at this time of year we're allowed to be without them overnight. It's one of the Katina privileges, one of the 5, that we can be without our bowl and our sangati. I'm not sure about the bowl. Maybe away from it for one night for good reason. But the rest of the year it's a no-go situation. If I'm a little wrong on that, please correct me. And if I'm a little wrong on that and you don't know, please forgive me. It is extremely hot up here. I don't think there'll be a wind problem for these Zoom calls because there seems to be no wind. I'm well away from the coast now, although in the daylight you can see it beautifully from here. So we'll see how this goes. Namo Buddhaya. The sun has just set. The moon, I don't think you can see, yes maybe, is very small. Not much light from there. But I promised that I would try and video where I go into the forest. So little steps just there. I am using the light on the phone for this. Otherwise it would be, well, audio only. But even so, I can't show you much. And remember, you saw maybe before the little temple. Another little gate. Then that's all you're going to see until I pop out at the top. If some light crops up along the way, I'll speak again. But in the meantime, I will mindfully tread this next, let's say 10 minutes or 15 minutes, maybe 20, slow walk in the dark to the top of the hill, just to show you some close-up. The light works on that. I've now left the field far behind me. Some bamboos. Oh my! Sorry, that's that was a shadow from the light that really did just give me cause for huge concern, because it just looked like a big black bear. Of course, it's not a big black bear. They don't. Well, they do have them near Cersei, and we're not that far away. But I'm pretty sure there's no big black bears here. And if there were, I'm sure they'd be as delightfully beautiful and friendly as the cows, and I would make the best of friends with them, and we'd have some lovely videos of bears. And I must concentrate on the walk now. I'll speak to you at the top. I'm not at the top, but just to show you, there is a kind of rocky path. It's not totally jungle, and you see there's nothing flying in my face yet, so plant wise I mean. And look, now even this far up, another gate. So it's not totally civilized. I mean, it's really 5-star stuff as far as forests and jungles go. But as you continue, which you may gather from my somewhat heavier breathing, the stars drop off. I think we're down to 3 stars, maybe only 2, and certainly that path has become very elusive. Bats are now flying around my head. If I catch a bat on the camera, that looks quite nice, but they're quite difficult to see otherwise, and I don't want to upset them, so I'll turn the light off again until I get to the top. Without a torch, that kind of thing can very easily bump you on the head. But also without a torch, your eyes do get used to the dark. Now when I turn the camera off, the torch goes off, or the light, and I can't see anything at all. So I'll try and keep it off. I know I keep saying that. Another very good reason I've come to for not using a torch is, you missed them, but I had many frights in that woodland there, in that forest, from these shadows that seem to creep up at you from the result of this torch. And normally I don't have a torch to do that with, so I'm now in the open bit, which is a bit of climbing. And if you remember last time, it's that roly rock, I call it. It's like little balls, marbles we have for ball bearings, but if you get a few of them underneath, like there, you're off. That's it, down to the bottom, no stopping. So I'm steadily mountaineering here. There's a reason for this. I'm not staying tonight. I haven't got my bowl, I haven't got my sangati, because excuse me, I think I'm still getting used to my kuti downstairs, down below in the coconut grove. But the man came to put a door on it today, and he was still there putting the door on it. Sorry, you got nothing to look at. I can't turn it round because, well, I could, I suppose, the other way around. Anyway, the door will still be going on. Have a look at this tree. But I've come up here because I have to make this Zoom couple of calls in the next few days, Zoom meetings. And the Europe one, the English one, that's easy because it's at their time 7:30, which is now their time fast forward 1 hour because of the loss of daylight saving. I should stop here, I think, for now. Their time